In the air to right, and he did it again!
Thank you all for watching this here video. Please like and subscribe and follow.
Welcome back to the Lefties 2 broadcast. We got Clash Season 2, Star Carnival Round 2. Again, Star Carnival is the 8-team double elimination level 9 tournament. So we're going to get right into the bracket to kind of recap what happened last week. All right, a little recap last week. JSizzle versus Sean Schulte in that round 1 to 8 round. Sean got the 2-1 series victory and moved on. SmokeyBear 2-0 versus Bronny James Jr. And Stephanie Martin 2-0 versus Graybeard. And then West Day 2-0 versus Prop. Now, here's the thing. If you lost, you're still in, because it's a double elimination, which was explained in the very beginning. So JSizzle drops down into a 1 spot versus Bronny James Jr. Graybeard drops down and goes against Prop in the loser bracket, right? So as you see, Sean Schulte versus SmokeyBear, Stephanie Martin versus West Day to get in that one step closer to the championship match. Wait, 1 second. News, Bronny James Jr. steps away due to bedroom accident. Authorities say the incident involved only a belt and a bedpost. Can't speculate here. I have no idea what went on in this situation, but Bronny James Jr., in that regard, if he has to step away, that means he will be forfeiting in the losers bracket. So I believe JSizzle will automatically move on. Wait, this just in again. Once again, this just in, Graybeard steps away due to a bathroom incident. Now, as you can see here, his foot is in the toilet looking at a toaster. We cannot speculate what the cause of his absence is, but we can only wonder. And, thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family. Let's get back into the series. Holy smokes, those breaking news were crazy. So this makes it really simple. The losers bracket, JSizzle and Prop both get the automatic pass, and they move into the second round in the losers bracket, which means they'll play the loser of either Sean Schulte or SmokeyBear. Stephanie Martin, West Day will go into that other spot. So what a move here. Well, anyways, it's still the losers bracket, just lost 2 people, which is unfortunate because it is a double elimination, but it is not that terrible in the sense that, we won't have as many games. I mean, that's sad for you all, but either way, let's get into the first series. Sean Schulte versus SmokeyBear. All right, here we got game 1 in this best 2 out of 3 series to figure out who goes into the next round. All right, 7-2-2-2-2 is your Sean Schulte. I wonder if this is his second account. I don't know. I don't know why he would use a different account for this, just because it's all level 9. But regardless, he's up first. SmokeyBear will be using Simon, which is going to be a tough one. Even at level 9, let's see what happens. Because again, it's level 9, man. You get it in the strike zone, then good things could typically happen. Even with auto bat, swings at a close pitch there. Can't blame him on that one. 50-50 ball. Angelina. All right, adding that little extra offense. Again, pretty disappointing what happened with the 2 forfeits. Again, they kind of just went off the face. Now, the obvious report is that Bronny James is on vacation, but also he's 16, so he's a minor, and maybe, I don't know, in school, but he can't sit down for 20 minutes and play a game or communicate. So I don't understand how vacation, unless you're, don't have your phone, which a 16-year-old probably should have his phone. Also, a 16-year-old shouldn't be talking to middle-aged men about a cartoon baseball game. So there's that too. But we're going to go with the news report. Those are the facts. Quick 2 outs here as Ray comes up, slowing things down. And we noticed that SmokeyBear is taking up the idea, and he's not throwing too many strikes here for obvious reasons. You don't need to. Sean Schulte, again, He's an ace pitcher. What hitting, fielding is where he kind of struggles a little bit. That's strike. And again, that's one of his biggest things is not understanding the strike zone enough to where he should be capable at this point in time to like learn the strike zone at least. If you're going to be an auto batter, learn the strike zone. That's all I can say. You can have all the difficulties you want, but see, that's another auto bat fail. He swung at that one, and the cursor wasn't even near it. But he does have Josh here. So this is a good battle of pitchers. Josh v. Simon. This is out of Sean's perspective, by the way. So, being the away team, he has to kind of execute right here, right now, which he has done a pretty good job of. He gets out of jams pretty well. Let's see if Smokey Bear, only you can prevent wins. Let's see if he can get out of this one. Nice location there. Good curveball. Again, I don't know, man. Level 9, this is where you can take a few pitches, just kind of like test the waters. I mean, this is a great spot to be able to play. Uh, great spot to be able to go out there and actually play manual, right? If you can, if you're capable of doing it. A lot of people don't have the ability, which is okay. But if you can, track the pitches, man. Take one of your batters, track the pitches. See how the curveball breaks. See how the changeups bat. You could do this with a friend, right? Even if you're going to do auto bat, you can still learn the strike zone, right? As he strikes him out there. All right, quick one out. Nice little K. Josh will do that for you. Nice little location there. Again, guys, I do commend Sean here as his ability to pitch. It keeps him in games. It makes the games go a little longer so we can see more of his amazing at-bats. But, again, he'll put it together one day. You got to be able to learn the strike zone, even if you're auto bat, right? And, again, if you fail to learn the strike zone, then you're just failing yourself. Why bother playing, right? Because there's a lot of people out there that do auto bat, and they are pretty successful at it by just understanding the strike zone. And that's a good pitch right there. And, even with King, a best bad ball hitter in the game, pops out. 2 outs. Sean's trying to get it to the 10th inning. Get those runners on base, man. That's what helped them last week in that 2-1 series victory. Getting runners on base, going deep into the game. Again, level 9 is one of those anything can happen when you throw the ball in the strike zone. So it's a dangerous game because the lack of control with the pitcher sometimes you're going to miss your spots. And the hitters, they don't have a lot of power and control themselves, but you throw it in the zone and they just make contact. Good things happen. A little easier than oh wow, okay. Talk about good things. That was a strike, and Andy hits it right to somebody. Baseball clash. Right, batting 505 here was Kevin. That's an average you want to see. Let's see if he can get it done here. As Smokey is going to definitely take into consideration Kevin's amassed power here at level 9. Again, level 159 power. You think about a level 13 pitchers at 168. That's a strike. Oh, we got something coming. We got something brewing. Angelina coming in. Save. There you go, Shunny boy. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Sean takes the early lead. All right. That's what you want to see out of the guy. Oh, wow. Good pitch. Good screwball. See, if that's a sweeper, that's probably going to be a gapper or a homer. But that screwball just drops in there. See, sweeper goes sweeping in. Good eye there. Good eye. Now, don't just let the strike go right through, though. 2 good eyes in a row. Okay. Now, again, he doesn't have to throw a strike here necessarily, and he does, and you're way out in front in the changeup. You were on it, but just way out in front. And if you would have stayed on it, that would have been gone. And he swings that garbage. That is the MO of good old Shawnee boy. And again, if he's going to steal and he can do a hit and run, Sean, listen to me. Learn to do a double steal. How to do a double steal, people. Tap the runner that's behind. So if you have runners on first and second base and you want to double steal, just tap the first base and it'll make both runners go. So you don't, if you're going to do a double steal, just run both of them. So tap the behind runner. All right. I might make a quick 1-minute video on that. How to steal. I wonder how people would actually watch that video. It would be very short as he lets the strike three go right by. All right. So he did get the early lead, though. But again, as we all know, runners are on base here in the friendly, bottom of the 10th inning. And Brock Brockington, the Brockington family, is up. Right? If you guys notice, Brock Brockington does have a man bun, which does discredit him a little bit. But strike one for that. Strike one. All right, good old double play would help, but again, Sean does have difficulty. As you look at the location on that, it looks like he's sniping it, but like oh man, good eye there, and not bad choice. But again, Sean does have a difficulty with double plays as we've seen in the past. As the ball goes up the middle, he did not have to throw a strike there. He did not have to throw a strike. And what are you doing? What are we doing? Get the out, bro. Oh my God. Here we go. Here we go. Oh man. You're up 1-0. You got a 1-2 count. You don't have to throw a strike. And you just don't even get the runner okay. Got to be able to get one out. That's the golden rule, man. If you give up a run, you give up a run. You're not throwing anybody out at home plate when the guy's already 90% away there. And what? Get it in. Okay, what is SmokeyBear doing? This is, again, man, level 9 baseball. Andy, when he goes to the next base, has 20 extra speed. Why are you not tagging? That doesn't matter anyways. Walk-off win. That's just the worst bottom inning I've ever seen, ever. All right, let's go to game 2. All right, game 2 here. Best 2 out of 3, right? So Sean's still alive here. And again, this is the winner's bracket. If Sean loses this game, goes to the loser's bracket, he still gets to play next week. Obviously, Sean is a smart man. He knows that. And this is from Smokey the Bear. We're going with the away team perspective. This is Smokey's perspective here. Johnny Johnson, throw the... Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Get the ball. Throw it. Let's go. All right, look at a basketball little background. That's a little distracting. Half court, behind the back shot. All right. That's an interesting pitch. Now, again, we saw from Sean's perspective last game how he was pitching. He gave up a 1-0 lead, which is very rare. That's a king bomb. Why are you going same location? Maria does not have any deception in any of her pitches. And you go fastball in the zone, and then you throw a changeup to try to get him to speed up. It's level 9, man. King takes the early lead here. Oh, boy. All right, Smokey's trying to get this light work done quick. And a nice little comeback. Again, guys got to learn to tag, man. Know your players. Andy's increases the throwing, increases his speed as he gets to the next base, as he swings at a ball there. Good pitch. And 2 outs. Again, man, with no runners on, Sean essentially has to get one runner to go 360 feet around the bases to tie it in the bottom of the 9th, which I believe if we look at his past, his scoring, averages, I guess, like a 9th inning average run scored, probably less than 0. I don't know if he's ever scored in the 9th inning. Could be wrong. So maybe I probably wrong. We have a lot of games to look at though. But again, Sean, he can pitch. But again, he's got to be able to pitch all the way through as he gets out of the inning. One mistake to King, throwing a ball in the zone, same location. No, we got Wade, SmokeyBear using Wade. Level 9 Wade, again, bad control, but still has a deceptive curveball when it's thrown up high. And we've seen how he can throw and mix up his pitches. He's done a pretty good job with that as he throws a first pitch. Again, I don't know where Sean's at on that one. That's unfortunate. Leads again, auto batters, man. You're not going to get with a low contact batter. Auto batters are not going to get the benefit of the doubt with Nia as the catcher. So that's another thing to take into consideration. Even though he has a little more contact with Angelina, still Jack auto bat, not a good mix. That's a good mix right there. Throwing the ball in the zone. That's one thing about Wade. If he meant to throw that as a ball, it's tough. Uh-oh. He's going. And he's out. Yeah. Little late on that throw. Right? You gotta see the air, and if you gotta commit, you gotta go faster. Right? You can't sit there and wait, let the ball hit the backstop, let the runner get it, and then oh, I should go. Now he's down to his one out. And again, not his tournament life, because he does get to go to loser's bracket for a battle for next week. I believe it could be a rematch. Not quite sure, but we'll check here afterwards. So after the next series, we'll check. Mike 1212. Ball. Okay, so he's being a little extra careful, knowing Ray could tie the game. And that was the pitch to do it. If any pitch was there, it might be the best pitch. It gets all at bat here. Stand corrected. That one was high and inside. That one is like a turn and just launch. All right. 2 strikes go by, throws it outside, and that's the old ball game. Sean goes to loose bracket. SmokeyBear going to the conference finals here. Nice job. All right, here we go. The matchup of the week. We got Wes Day versus Stephanie Martin. And the thing is, last week, Wes Day would probably have had the best performance overall, all 8 players, right? And so he is the odds-on favorite here to get this W. As Stephanie is going to be pitching first with Fernandez and already swinging at some just not great, man. Not great. And you can see in the little corner here, on the edge here, West Day will be using Luna. Luna, tough pitcher in the game, one of the top 3 best pitchers in the game. Stephanie trying to, wow. Okay, interesting at bat there. Not what West Day did last week. Got to be a little more patient at the plate as Antonio comes up and swinging at the same pitch, not learning his lesson. Fernandez is making West look all kinds of goofy and gets him to. There you go. Stephanie not throwing any strikes. Someone's been practicing a little bit, it looks like. All right, Jiro, one of the best players in the game. I think for me, he's number 2 overall best player in the game. And, just the ability to change a game on offense and defense. It's kind of like, oh man, what the heck they got going on? They got their ads. What is he swinging at? They got their ads in the game also. That's a weird way of doing it in the Jumbotron. Okay. And lays off that pitch. 2-1 count. I mean, you got to be careful here. You could hit perfect timing even with a Giro if it's a ball and still get a possible hit. And swinging at a ball again. He has swung like at maybe 1 good strike this whole at bat. This is the problem, man. He's using the auto bet as well, right? And it didn't work. A quick 1, 2, 3 inning lit him up. But he got Luna here. So you got to get to the top of the 10th. That's it, right? Just get to the top of the 10th. Got runners on. Anything can happen. Power hitters coming up. And strike 1 is the best pitch in baseball, right? Best pitch in baseball, strike 1. As you can see, he's got Rose. So Rose does help with Luna's control even more. And strike 2, second best pitch in baseball. Strike 2. All right, 0-2 count quickly. But again, Stephanie over here being patient until now, swinging at a ball. Wasn't really close, but hey, Luna is a very deceptive pitcher, and that changeup below, even in the zone is tough to hit. So, all right, quick out. But he's thrown, I think, every pitch. He's thrown a split finger. He's thrown a cutter. He's thrown a changeup. So this is where you got to kind of be a little bit selective now that you've seen it. Nope, swinging at garbage now. So 3 straight pitches of straight garbage. Anyways, we're going to go look at Stephanie's point of view as she swings at the strike. But again, probably using auto bat there if I would look at her perspective. But you can't, man. All right, here we go. Bad swings once again. There it is. Okay, Leo, easy. 1, 2, 3. There. Okay, that was just a crap inning for both players swinging at just terrible pitches. Maybe one strike they both swung at in that whole ninth inning. But hey, 10th inning, runners on, checking the runner. This is where Fernandez comes in a little more clutch, especially in the ninth inning. But Andre can hit anything except using auto bat usually, right? That is a tough pitch. Just because controls 112 at level 9. And there's that pop up. See, in the strike zone. That ball was a strike, but auto bat fails you again. Right? Again, guys, I'm gonna keep proving to you. Learn hit manual. Da-da-da, strike, not even close. But you gotta swing through it. That's another bad swing. So I'll give it to Andre was a strike. Late on that pitch. That's the best part about changing elevation, changing speeds, not just continually throwing changeups or curveballs. But that fastball is a sneaky one if used correctly. Hey, good eye there. Good eye there. And again, whoever loses this gets to stay alive, right? We already know the loser bracket had bye weeks. Hopefully next week they don't, and we can get a couple more games in as he swings and strikes out number. Oh my goodness. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Why are you swinging at that? That's a interesting spot there, Smokey. Or West Day, my bad. My bad. Okay, Rose. Rose, good contact here. Good contact. Kind of flipped with the velocity control here with a little bit with Fernandez and Rose. It's kind of an interesting little flip. But here we go. Rose grounds out, swinging at another bad ball. Interesting idea, but gets the out. Usually you take the easy one, but Antonio was running quick. All right, Tom Bomb, be careful here. Runners on. Now, again, these big hitters got some good speed in a tie game with Mark at second base. So Tom bloops it. This game could be over. Got to be careful here. Luna needs to get a double play. Tom is a good double play candidate if he can get the ball hit on the ground. But that 173 power at level 9, I think makes him the best level 9 hitter, right? Without any kind of extra ability, because it's automatic, right? Tua can get to pretty high power as well. As that's the walk-off gapper. Here comes Mark as Stephanie wins the game 1. Go to game 2. All right, we're going game 2 here, and I thought Stephanie would have loaded this up on her YouTube page, but she didn't. Weird. Or sent it in, so we can't see her perspective. We're going to check out this is perspective once again of West Day as he is now the home team. And going with Maria, which is great connection with Rose. Again, tough first game, just batting wise, was just not good. It was night and day compared to West Day's game last week to this week. But hey, maybe he struggles with Fernandez. I don't know. But that was pretty bad. So he needs to turn this one around here, get to the game 3, and move on to the winner's bracket. Again, Mark not doing great there with that little dribbler. Okay, so quick 2 outs in that one. All right. Kind of like a little bit of the same. A little bit of the same. Strike 1, 99.6, level 9, right? She's faster than most pitchers at level 13 and even some at level 14. So that's pretty beneficial. Low contact as Leo gets it done at third base. So that was a quick inning, about a minute long. Easy does it. Okay, now kind of polar opposites here with the knuckleball. Now again, not unlike Jimmy, Mei Ling's knuckleball matched with her fastball is kind of like unfair. Also, Jimmy gives away his knuckleball, which I actually think mini clips should take away. They should take away the fact that Jimmy's throwing a knuckleball, the fact that he has a fastball and a curveball, where Mei Ling has a changeup, right, and knuckleball and a fastball that's even faster than Jimmy. All right, and here we go. slow. Everyone slow. That's the way to do it. 2 on. All right. And here it is. The game changer himself, Jiro. And he pops it up. What are you? He's got a game winner. What are you doing? You got to be able to read it. Smith's on first base. No one can. Oh, bases loaded. No outs here. What is he? Oh, man. That was a weird swing. This is it, man. Just get the runner. 90. What are you doing? What are you doing, man? This is okay. Laid off that one 10 feet off the plate. Stephanie, do not throw this man a strike. If you throw him a strike here and pops him out with that knuckle, that looked like a 50-50 ball. That's a nice located knuckleball. But again, you get 90 feet, you get the win. Bases loaded, no outs, bottom of the 9th inning. You got to get this run. Smith has to come home, right? Swings a pop-up again, man. Again, Smith should have scored, by the way. Neville has no arm, and you got to be able to read the pop-ups. All right, that ball dropped in front. That's an easy score. Rose is up. Good contact here. All right. How is she going to get out of this pickle? Knuckleball drops. Wow. Auto bat failure. But now I got to say, he's way out in front of that pitch. Way out in front of the knuckleball again. Okay. Fastball high and outside. Nope. Goes low again. All right. Fastball high and outside. That's where I'd go with this. Fastball high and outside. Off the plate. Goes changeup. Oh, man. Gets him with the slow motion. Bases loaded jam. Tom Bomb comes the winning hit last game. I don't know, man. This is new life. If Stephanie swings at some garbage pitches, and he throws Tom a strike again, and Jiro don't. Yeah, go back. Smart. All right. Stephanie's turn. Bases loaded. No outs. Top of the 10th inning. Murray swinging at garbage. Ball's coming in pretty quick, though. 99. Got to get out. Got to get a ground ball. And Murray's contact power gets the run across. What you going to do? He's going to come in and score 2-0. All right. You can't blame the pitch there. It's off the plate slider. That's what you want. But Maria's slider is their worst pitch in the game. And again, Murray's his cursor is bigger. But he does have high contact, high power, which does give him benefit if you have good timing, even if it's a ball. Jackson swings through a fastball there, but 2-0 lead. And it's going to add on, is it? It's not. Got to get back. Good job there. No need to tag there with Tom. Tom's not scoring at all. Plus the balls hit the left field. So no reason to tag. So good job, Stephanie. Gina's got to get through. Gapper time. A blooper, a gap. You got to get a gapper to score Tom, though. Swinging that garbage. Go to. What the fuck are you doing? 2 outs, man. You got to know the outs. Tom is slow as shit. Get the lead runner. Okay, Maylene can add on. And if she does, she doesn't. Good job. Way to get out of that one. But that one was a mental snafu. You got you got 1 out, right? You got a guy who's slower than dirt on second base. Get the lead runner, man. Anyways, home run wins it, guys. Home run wins it. So hopefully West Day can find the strike zone. Nope. All right, 1-1 count. 1-1 count. One thing about Stephanie, man, she plays some of the best players in the world. Fresno, Hawaii. Let's go watch that Hawaii. Japanese-born kicker wins it. And she goes the long way. That's how you do it. Get the lead runner, right? That's how you do it. Even if the rule is to get 1 out. And swings that garbage again, gets the out. There we go. And again, that Rose doesn't mean anything on third base. So being able to get that run there. So once again, getting the easiest out possible. 2 outs. And the pitcher's up. What a great spot here. After having bases loaded, no outs in the bottom of the 9th inning. West Day possibly choking away a game. As he should have scored with Smith regardless in that inning. And there it is. Stephanie's moving on. Nice job. Let's go to the bracket. All right, here we go. The bracket. It is now up to date in a chance. Okay, guys, here it is. A chance to get into the championship game. Smokey Bear versus Stephanie Martin. Winner is going to move on to the championship here, which is pretty dope, right? And again, double elimination is how it works, okay? Double elimination, right? So Wes Day and JSizzle, JSizzle was home all day waiting for Bronny James. As we know, Bronny James' bedroom incident happened where he just had to drop out. Don't know. All in the UK. We don't know. And then a Graybeard and Prop. And again, Prop, luckily, this was almost a double forfeit because Prop showed up right in time. Again, Prop didn't read the instructions. So he's not at fault here. I didn't know. I didn't know. Pay attention, guys. You guys are adults. Except Ronnie James. He's not an adult at all. But anyways. Back to the West Day, JSizzle. West Day's got a rebound after that one. JSizzle, good new life. Sean, still alive, man. Got to go against Prop, though. And again, it's not a rematch. I thought it was going to be a Sean versus, but it's not. Sean versus Prop, West Day, and JSizzle. So it's kind of like the same guys in the brackets here, right? The one bracket in the three brackets, but just kind of flip-flopped. Anyways, those two guys move on to round 3 as they get to the closer to the round 4. So next week, hopefully we get the games in a little quicker so we can get this going. But thanks, guys, for watching another Lefties 2 broadcast. We'll see you next time.